All right, last announcement before we begin. We are getting close, so parents, again, I have spoken to a few unaccompanied students, so they should be making their way back to you. And then also, we may have some people open up, what do I mean by that? Come in, good grief, it's Friday, later. So again, if you are saving some polite space, it is always good to squish in, although I do look, seems like everybody is nice and cozy right now. So we will begin shortly. So some of you who were here last evening and when our kindergartners were walking in, there was an overwhelming impulse to run up to the front and to assemble an impromptu paparazzi. Thank you for not doing that. That would have been an awkward start to the evening as I walked you back to the seat. No, but do please stay seated for the entirety of the evening. We want to keep the concert as time appropriate as possible, and our abilities to move the students up and onto the stage and off quickly as possible would be to all of our benefits. Thank you.
All right, good evening, parents. We're supposed to say good evening, Mrs. Ramirez. Let's try that again. Good evening, parents. Oh, thanks for showing the excitement. Well, if you were here yesterday, please laugh at the joke that I'm about to make, even though you've already heard it. Welcome to our first annual spring concert at Great Hearts Forest Heights. Our first annual, because we've never had a spring concert before. Thanks, COVID. But we're finally getting to have one tonight, and we're so thankful that you are here. I'm Headmaster Ramirez, headmaster of the lower school, and this tall man to my right is Headmaster Dowdy, headmaster of the upper school. And we're so thankful that you came to see the hard work that our music teachers and our scholars have put into tonight. 3rd through 5th grade, and then a couple of our 7th and 8th grade sections have worked really hard to prepare an amazing night for you.
So a couple of important details. I see some cameras and some phones already out. Let's make sure that those are on silent, please. We want the music to be from up here, not the ding-a-lings from out there. Also, all right, you guys are excited tonight. This is good. This is good. It's not bad when the dad jokes land that well. All right. Not a joke. It is important that we are present this evening. So many of us, it's not uncommon for you to see a concert and you see hundreds and hundreds of screens up in front. One, we want you to be here, not being here looking through your screen. Your students are right there. Watch them. And then also just appreciate when your screen is up in front, it's also in front of the 40 or 50 other people that are behind you. So it's always wonderful to leave with memories. There will be opportunities in between songs and things to take some photos, but when the students are singing, please leave your phones down. We would appreciate it.
Sure. All right, the other thing we're going to ask is when we are transitioning, or when the songs are being sung, goodness gracious, it's Friday night, round 2. When the songs are being sung, that we're not entering or exiting the sanctuary at that time. We have a couple of staff members at the doors who will allow you to enter and exit during the transitions to the songs. Also, our students will be entering and exiting through this middle aisle, so please make sure that we are keeping that clear as we are transitioning between grade levels.
This evening is a celebration of a classical liberal arts tradition. These students have not been engaged in a random music class that happens every now and then when we can fit it in. Music, studio art, drama, these are all a part of our core curriculum, and tonight is a celebration of that. Every single one of us in this room, when we were very, very young, we sang. It's one of the most adorable things when we see young babies and young children singing along to things. Unfortunately, along the way, many of us lost our way. We listened to our voice and we listened to someone else and we realized, I don't sing or sound like them, and I'm going to cease, unless I'm in the shower in the car by myself. That is not what we want here at Forest Heights. Mr. Stroud and Mrs. Soriano have spent a lot of time teaching our students how to use the instrument that they carry around with them at all times, learning how to use it and learning how to make beautiful music. We do believe that everyone should sing, everyone should long to sing, and to have the enjoyment of bringing beautiful music to others. And that's what you get to experience tonight. Sure, they're cute, but this is also going to be a night of fine entertainment for us all. So with that, Mr. Stroud, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Headmaster Ramirez and Headmaster Dowdy. that introduction. My name is Mr. Stroud. I am the kindergarten through fourth teacher of music at Great Hearts Forest Heights, and it has been one of the greatest joys and privileges of my life to have taught music to so many of your children this past year. I'm very, very thankful for this opportunity. Thank you. Well, to start things off, we'll be looking at third grade up here. Y'all look wonderful up there, third grade. I'm so excited to hear it all. That's right, we'll be diving into the third grade set list. And, you know, I have so especially enjoyed teaching third grade this year. And this afternoon, I was trying to pin down exactly why. Is that reason? There are many reasons. I was trying to find an overarching one. You see, as I was prepping to introduce the different grades last night for the kindergarten through second concert, I realized, okay, kindergarten, you know, all the grades are wonderful in their own ways, and there's something distinct about each one of them. And that's just something that's wonderful about being a teacher to so many of these different grades. You get to see different dynamics at play. In kindergarten, one of the things that we were listening for in our set list last night was the differences between loud and soft, and learning how to begin to control the voices and the energy that we have as 5- and 6-year-olds. And then in first grade, the theme was going back and forth between softer and louder gradually, like a dimmer switch on a dining room wall, and memorizing pieces that have longer verses and multiple verses. And in second grade, we were learning how to begin to use good feathery tone, how to use a nice head voice so we all sound cohesive like a choir. And in third grade, what has struck me as the most dynamic is the almost tangible storyline that I have felt in teaching third grade all year. You see, the thing that is most special to me about third grade is seeing how very different the sections are from each other, and seeing those strengths combined and the weaknesses curtailed, and everybody working together to make something that is, to me, jaw-droppingly beautiful. You see, one of our class sections is a little bit on the quieter side, and they're very inquisitive, and they love asking questions. And one of our class sections has always been marked by a very mischievous energy, just abounding in that mischievous energy that I haven't always known what to do with as a teacher. And one of the joys of this year has been learning how to embrace that and to appreciate it and love it. And one of our class sections I think of as our cheerleaders in a sense. I can throw any challenge at them and they're just on board immediately, 100%, let's go. And it's been so beautiful to see these three class sections come together and work on the things that they're strong in. It's just been so beautiful. So with all that, let me just dive through the set list that we have, the 4 songs that we'll be presenting. We've been working on these songs that have been stretching us in different ways. Okay, so our first song, we've got some German words in there. We've been learning how to sing an entire song in German, pronouncing the words as correctly as we can from it not being our native language for, I guess, most, if not all of us. And we've also had a rowdy folk song from Kentucky that you're going to hear that has been so addicting that even the 7th and 8th graders across the hallway from music class have been hooked on it, and they've been wondering, what is that song that third grade has been singing so much? A song so catchy it got stuck in my head for 2 hours one night, and I couldn't go to sleep, and I was tired all the next day. So that's one of the songs we'll be hearing. And then we also will hear a piece by Johann Sebastian Bach, a piece that came in the mail, and I thought, you know what? This is probably high school level, but I might as well feed it to third grade just to see what they can do with it. I got nothing to lose, and I'm so excited for that piece too. And we've got an anthem at the end about the virtues of citizenship and friendship. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for our third graders. And at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and let the students and the songs speak for themselves and turn it over first to Mr. Ephraim Carter to introduce our first song. Mr. Carter, come on down.
Good evening. My name is Ephraim Carter. Our first song today is an old German Christmas carol. My favorite part about this song was learning all the German words. For instance, how do you say ring little bells ring in German? Well, it might sound a little bit like this.
Mr. Jacob De La Garza.
Good evening. My name is Jacob De La Garza. Our next piece is an old folk song from Kentucky. I love it because it's so catchy and it gets stuck in my head very easily. We always enjoy singing it as a class. Please enjoy As I Came Over Yonder's Hill.
As I came over
Miss Clara Bain.
Good evening. My name is Claire Bain. I love this next piece because it is calm and peaceful. It is a reflection on the virtue of responsibility. We have worked especially hard on this challenging piece, and we are delighted to finally share it with you.
Ms. Sanchi Barajdar.
Good evening. My name is Sanchi Barajdar.
This last song is about the love we have for places that shape our hearts. While this song comes to us from Scotland, we can feel these words about any place we call our home. My classmates and I adore this song. We hope you will too.
Great, everybody. Great. Well, that concludes our portion of the third grade concert. So this time we'll begin filing everybody off the stage, and we will begin in a few minutes with fourth grade. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to After the Break. Hope you all had a nice little 3 or 4 minute intermission there. Well, it's time for 4th grade. These 4th grade scholars have been working. Thank you. The pieces that our 4th graders have been working on are stretching them in new ways. We've got not 1, but 2 songs in a language, actually, many of us are Spanish speakers, but I'll get to that in a second. We've been looking through the set list, and the first song we've got in there, we've got, let's see, I got to picture the set list in my head. What is our first? Texas, our Texas. We got a state song coming up, and we also got a song in German that has forced us to work on how we pronounce our German and sing it fluently as well as best we can. And we've got one that dates from the Middle Ages, or at least very long ago from the British Isles. And then we've also got one in Spanish, and we all got this coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It's been really fun teaching these songs and learning them along with all these 4th grade scholars up here this evening. I've enjoyed them correcting the way I say all the Spanish words because I'm not a native Spanish speaker, turns out. And so I get up in front of the class and I say, all right, let's turn to Tango, Tango, Tango. And Alana Ortega in particular has always been, no, it's tango, tango. So I'm getting there, y'all. I'm getting there. I'm working on it. Getting there. But it's been so much fun to get to know these 4th grade scholars, especially after the past, over the past few weeks when I haven't had as much to plan for when we've been doing so much rehearsal, because it's been pretty much I go in to work and we do rehearsal all day, and so there hasn't been as much lesson planning throughout the lunch hour, so I've been able to stroll into the lunchroom where they're eating lunch and get to know them a little bit better. 4A and 4B I teach, and Ms. Soriano teaches 4C, so it's only been in the past couple of weeks or so that we've seen all 4th grade together. And I always have 4th grade first thing in the morning. They're still waking up, so they're a little on the quiet side, so it has been wonderful to get to know them better in recent weeks and to hear them sing robustly whenever we're practicing in the multipurpose room. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 4th grade. Let's give them a hand again. And at this point, I want to invite down Mr. Aldo Elizondo.
Good evening, folks. My name is Aldo Elizondo. Our first song today will be Texas, Our Texas. Texas, Our Texas is our state song. I like it because it reminds me of the place I call home and the virtue of citizenship. It warms my heart when I sing it, and I hope it warms yours. Please enjoy Texas, Our Texas.
Texas, our Texas.
Mr. John Mitnadovich.
Good evening, my name is John Mitnadovich. Our next song comes to us from the hills of northern England. It is a traditional folk song with many variations. We know this particular variation is Scarborough Fair. I enjoy this song because it's calm and melancholy, and I hope you will too. Please enjoy Scarborough Fair.
Miss Emily Greco.
Good evening, my name is Emily Greco. Our next song is an old German folk song arranged by the composer Johannes Brahms. I like this song, it is related to an English nursery rhyme, Ladybug, Ladybug, Fly Away Home. I like this song because the melody is peaceful and I enjoy learning the German words. Please enjoy Mariam Birmken.
Miss Riley Luce.
Good evening. My name is Riley Luce, and our last song is a child's folk song from New Mexico. The person in the song is basically saying that I have 3 sheep and they give me milk, wool, and butter, so I have everything I need. Please enjoy Tango, Tango, Tango.
Ladies and gentlemen, 4th grade. Wonderful job, y'all. Wonderful job. All right, well, we'll have a little break where 4th grade will be filing off, and then we'll have the 5th graders up in just a few minutes.
Good evening. I'm not a woman of many words, but I will say I'm so excited to be here tonight. It's been aching me these last couple of years not having the opportunity to have a concert, so I'm really feel blessed to be here tonight with everyone and having the opportunity to share the joy and love of music. I've enjoyed working with every single scholar that I've worked with this year, and from 5th grade with their beautiful singing voices to even the soprano recorder, which we'll get to in just a moment. So thank you for being here tonight, and we're going to start with our student readers. All right.
Good evening, my name is Ryan Weiss, and our first song will be Oh How Lovely. Oh How Lovely is the Evening. That is the title of our first piece tonight, an anonymously composed traditional canon, originally in German. It became popular throughout Europe and the United States as early as the beginning of the 19th century. We will be singing Oh How Lovely as a round, which means multiple voices will sing at the exact same melody, with each voice starting at a different time. This will result in different parts of the melody coinciding and creating a natural harmony. It is one of the easiest forms of part singing, nevertheless can be a challenge to sing amongst the multiple sounds and pitches at the same time. There is a lack of harmonic tension in the round, which contributes to the overall sense of relaxation and peace. The final phrase is the chiming of the evening bells, ringing out 6 p.m. in the evening by singing ding dong 6 different times on the tonic do. We hope you have a lovely evening and enjoy our show.
Down by the Sally Gardens is a song that has passed into Irish folk song tradition and is the most recorded Irish song of all time. The poem was written by W.B. Yeats, who is known as one of Ireland's greatest poets. Sally comes from the Gaelic word sail, which means willow. Therefore, the Sally Gardens refers to a garden of willow trees. Tonight we will be singing one of the most loved arrangements by British composer Benjamin Britten, which was written when he was undergoing a bout of homesickness in New York City. The text is a lament by a young man who meets a beautiful girl in the Sally Gardens, but loses her when failing to take love easy as leaves grow on the trees. Britten uses a simple but moving melody which captures a sense of yearning and longing, which is heard immediately in the piano introduction. The words remain largely positive until the revelation of the end, which ends full of tears. It is very easy to see why this piece is loved by many, and it instantly became our class favorite. We hope you enjoy Benjamin Britten's Oh How Lovely.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Brody King, and I'll be introducing Pie Jesu. The creation of Gabriel Faure's Requiem is believed to be a musical tribute to his father, who passed away in 1885. Unlike many of his contemporaries, Faure had no clear religious beliefs. By contrast, he was very much a doubter, described by his own son as a skeptic. As with much of Western classical music, the Requiem owes its roots to Christian tradition, and at its heart is a lament for the dead. However, in place of the somber nature of many requiems that had gone by, Faure's is believed to be is noted for its calm, serene, and peaceful outlook. Faure delivers musical solace in a work that focuses not on the morbid, but on the apparently restful and fear-free nature of death. Pie Jesu emerges as one of the most glorious, filled with rich, soulful melodies. It is the personal expression of hope for the eternal peace of a loved one. These profound feelings and wishes are beautifully depicted with the utmost simplicity in Piezu. The work garnered the praise of many other composers, like Camille Saint-Saëns, who thought it divine. It was performed at Fauré's own funeral in 1924. We hope you enjoy our performance of Piezu.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is Riley Martinez, and I'll be presenting Shine On Me. Our final piece, Shine On Me by Rollo Dilworth, is one of the most popular of his noted arrangement of African American spirituals. It is built on a pentatonic scale and utilizes a text that has multiple meanings. This song poses a question. I wonder if the lighthouse will shine on me. The text does not answer, but the music does. Dilworth uses a gospel-style arrangement with a supportive piano accompaniment, vigorous counter melodies, and voices rising as an affirmation of hope. The second line of the text metaphorically represents a search for guidance and direction, both on a physical and a spiritual level. We hope this last piece can shine some light on you tonight. Thank you for coming to our show.
Parents, just as a reminder, as we transition from our lower school to our upper school students, we ask that pickup of the students not happen until the end of the concert. So please sit down, enjoy what our 7th and 8th graders have prepared for you. The 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders are going to be in the John Wesley room watching as well. Their attendance to the entire concert is part of their grade, so please sit back and enjoy what our 7th and 8th graders have prepared for you.
Our first piece, Chasing Fireflies, came from the Recorder Liftoff series from the Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra. This series provided a sequential set of music for beginner recorder, playing fun and exciting repertoire that helped us feel motivated and accomplished, as we were not just learning 2 notes at a time, but we were actually creating music. We are excited to start out our program tonight with Chasing Fireflies, as this was one of our class favorites.
Robert Schumann composed his song cycle Liedenkreis for voice and piano in 1840. The Liedenkreis is a collection of 12 songs set to the poems of Joseph von Eichendorff. Nature is a recurring theme in Robert Schumann's Lieder, which he uses elements of nature to convey the sentiment of the songs. The 8th song, In der Fremd, In a Foreign Land, uses a pattern in the piano to emphasize both the setting and the mood. The text describes a person returning to their former home where they will be forgotten, leaving them in solitude. The melancholic music reflects this text, thanks to the haunting melodic line. The piece proved challenging as we worked on our learning new complex notes and taking our playing to the next level by adding musicality and expression. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy our rendition of In Der Friend.
Right, so before we end with 7th grade today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about what 7th and 8th grade have been doing this last semester. I will remind you that actually our 7th and 8th grade scholars have not been playing for a very long time. They kind of alternate, and so my current 7th and 8th graders were taking either art or PE the prior semester, and so they really have just been playing since maybe mid-February. So when I told them we were going to have a concert at the end of April, they looked at me with horror in their eyes, and they were terrified, especially the first week that we played a recorder when our beautiful melodic melodies graced the Great Hearts Forest Heights halls. You can ask our teachers. I'm sure you all heard beautiful melodies at home, and it's just been such a beautiful experience to see every single scholar just flourish in their ability to play an instrument. Even students who felt they would never be able to play something, they would tell me, how do you do that with your fingers? Like how? But like how? And I'm like, practice. And they're like, but no, but really. I'm like, it really takes practice. And so they've been working very, very hard. Our first piece was a little bit, one of the earlier pieces we learned. This last one was actually really difficult to play in tune, and I think they just did a beautiful job. This next one, I'll let Achint explain about this next piece, but they have really come a long way, and I just want you to know how proud I am of our 7th grade scholars and how far they've come this semester.
Galloping Gladys was one of our more difficult pieces. This piece came from the Recorder Liftoff series and challenged us by adding all note combinations we learned throughout the semester. Because of its increasingly fast tempos and rhythmic patterns, we all complained and griped while learning it. But today, we stand up here with pride with all that we have accomplished. Thank you for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoy our spectacular performance.
All right, as we wait for our 8th grade to assemble, I wanted to mention that our 8th grade scholars are following the same path. They have only been playing for about 2.5 months. However, I have known many of these scholars since they were in 6th grade, and so it's been such a joy to see how they have grown each year in their musical abilities, and we're really excited to perform for you today. I'm equally proud for our 8th grade scholars, and I'm so excited what they're going to accomplish next year in high school. All right, so let's have our first reader. We have Shelby.
Good evening. My name is Shelby Griffith. Carousel Caper became an instant class favorite. It comes from the Recorder Liftoff series from the Tasmanian Symphony Orchestra. This series provided a sequential set of music for beginner recorder and chamber orchestra. We were able to learn each new note by playing interesting pieces alongside a chamber ensemble, making the overall learning process fun and exciting. Carousel Caper took the typical BAG hot cross buns and turned it into a fun circus theme. We hope you enjoy this piece as much as we did.
Good evening. My name is Caitlin Garza, and today we will be performing Adagio. The beautiful Adagio in G minor by Tomas Albinoni needs no introduction with its delicate and expressive melody. However, the composer isn't responsible for writing the piece. It was written by Remo Giazzotto, a musicologist from the 20th century who specialized in the works of Albinoni. He found a fragment of the composer's music in Dresden and was inspired to compose the Adagio. This piece proved to be one of our more challenging pieces as we started to learn how to play accidentals on the recorder. Accidentals are notes that are not a member of the scale or mode indicated by the most recently applied key signature. This also challenged our ears as we worked on our intonation, which is playing notes and pitches accurately, not only on our own, but as an ensemble. We hope you enjoy this performance of Adagio in G minor.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Spencer Gillespie, and for our final song, we are going to sing a play, O mio babino caro, which means, Oh, my beloved father, is an aria written by Giacomo Puccini for his opera Gianni Schicchi. The text used in the libretto by Giovanni Forzano. The opera was written and performed for the first time in 1918 and is also part of the collection of 3 one-act operas entitled Il Trittico. The song is deeply passionate and emotional, as it is sung by a young woman begging her father for help. She wants to marry the man. She loves his family, but his family is standing in the way. The rising and falling notes of the melody perfectly convey the desperation of a young woman wanting to marry for love and not for duty. We thank you for coming out tonight. We hope you enjoy our rendition of this opera classic on recorder, O mio bambino caro.
All right, so parents, before you leave and before you start moving, we do have a few closing things that we would need to take care of. Yes, let's give another round of applause to our 8th grade. To my 7th and 8th grade, I thank you. I still remember learning the recorder myself. You did a marvelous job. thank you for providing that music for us tonight. But it wouldn't be a complete evening if we also didn't say thank you to the people who made this evening happen. So, Mrs. Soriano, if you would come forward. We are so thankful for all of the work. It's impressive. It is impressive what our 7th and 8th grade students accomplished. It's equally impressive knowing that you have been with them every step of the way. And I'm just so thankful. That was incredible. I know how hard that is. I know how hard that is. It is one thing to make music with your voice. It's another thing when your fingers and your breath do not cooperate, along with your nerves. So, again, well done, and Mrs. Soriano, well done. And then also, Mr. Stroud, if you would please come on up. What a privilege it is for our students to be able to study music under these two. So if we could, please give another round of applause to our two music teachers. Now, some of you know that this week is Volunteer Week, and this school would not work without many of the volunteers, all of the volunteers, quite frankly, many of the parents who give of their time. Parents, if you are a volunteer here, would you please just raise your hand, okay? If you've been on our campus and helped out during lunch or made copies for us, thank you so much. We love you. We appreciate you, yes. And we will be doing another breakfast later on towards the end of the year when it's our volunteer appreciation time, so be waiting. There are two other people who also need to be thanked. So Mr. Gately, if you would come up, please. And where is Mrs. Tysinger? Mrs. Tysinger, if you would come up, please. So, Mr. Stroud, Mrs. Soriano, and I know that this evening, and both evenings, would not have happened without the investment of these two beautiful ladies. This is a beautiful culmination of 3 years of work. We have been away often behind a computer for much of those 3 years. We are entering into a year when we become two schools. We are still Forest Heights, but we'll have two headmasters, and this would not have happened without these two ladies. It's not just this concert tonight, but it is also this school. So please, please, please give another round of applause for my dear friends. All right. So the nice thing with picking up at this point is our 7th and 8th graders, we pretty much trust them to find their parents and make their way home. But for the 3rd through 5th grade, we still need a little bit of management here, okay? Now, parents, at Forest Heights, we're really good at our pickup and our drop-off, okay? So, listen to me, please. Only one parent goes, okay? Mom, Dad, Rochambeau, whatever it is that you need to do, only one of you. And there are two places that you can go and obtain your students, straight through those doors and on through the next doors. And then you can queue up and wait. And then also if you go to your right, and you can go to the back of the John Wesley room and also line up there. Again, only one. We're watching. We're watching. All right? Okay, so we are going to dismiss you by section, okay? This is like, who's my favorites? Yes, that might be interesting. How many sat over here because we went that way last night? So anybody sit over there on purpose? All right, there was one. There was one. All right. So let's start off right here with this section here. Just to be different. One parent, please. 7th and 8th grade, if you guys can just hang out for just a moment. We don't want to get a traffic jam. And if you would, the rest of you just remain seating right now. It's not enough just that one people are going in there. That lobby area is going to get crowded. Trust me. I'm not just a headmaster. I run traffic plans for a living. I'll be here all night. Try the fish. All right, there's only a couple.